Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve.
Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve.
December 29th through January 1st.
Correct, at the Sheraton Dallas. So any photo you see of the Dallas skyline, you will see a massive hotel, 37 stories. That's the Sheraton. And it's all ours.
Wow.
It is 4 days of some of the most wonderful programming I've ever had the opportunity to work with, because they gave me my own con.
As he laughs maniacally.
Oh, no. Okay, so...
He's mad with power.
When we were talking about doing a show in Dallas, and I'm working with the folks from Geek Expos. They run shows in Oklahoma City. Next year, there will be shows in St. Louis, other cities as well. Dallas was an interesting thing because you've already got a lot of really great established cons here in town. What do we do to distinguish this from other shows? Well, New Year's Eve would be fun. There's another con elsewhere, but it's a smaller base hotel con. And we started talking with Stan Lee's people at a show that all of us were at. And Stan's people said, Stan really does like to party. He wants to actually get in and mix it up, but he never gets a chance to. So what happens is Stan's 94th birthday is December 28th.
Oh, wow.
The day before. So we're not only bringing in 2017, we're also celebrating Stan's 94th birthday.
How cool is that?
It's insane.
I got you covered, Mr. Lee.
And Excelsior. So
would you say that Stan Lee likes to get crunk? He likes to get sideways?
I think Stan Lee might have been the person who invented the term crunk and gave it to Lil Wayne. or Lil Jon.
Lil Jon.
I
can believe that.
I know they're not interchangeable, but they're both Lil.
I'm just saying, don't give Lil Wayne credit for Lil Jon. Come on now, that's crunk music.
Look, Bow Wow got rid of the Lil. These guys kept it. So we basically built the show around Stan, and we've got an amazing amount of celebrity guests. If you look on the screen, you'll see the great Michael Rooker, who we were talking about in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2,
Yondu.
Sean Gunn, the voice cast of the Animaniacs. Now, this was actually the first thing that I went after, because I am a massive Animaniacs fan, and I'm a voice actor dork. I love Rob Paulson. Rob Paulson, Jess Harnell, Tress MacNeille, the three are the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister. And we've also got Maurice LaMarche, because Rob Paulson was also Pinky. So we have Pinky in the Brain.
We've got Calculon.
Yes, we have Calculon. Yes. If you look at their credentials, it's not just Animaniacs and Pinky in the Brain.
Dude,
they've done so much voice work over the last 2.5 decades, and they're all amazing.
When they put Animaniacs on Netflix, I was out of commission for like 2 weeks, dude. I was like, no, I'm not going. I ain't doing nothing.
God,
I'm just watching this.
That was my childhood, man.
The reason that I knew that it was going to work was I had a birthday party at the Alamo a couple of years ago, and I put one of the Animaniacs episodes in the show reel. And the credit sequence comes up, and the entire theater, 200 people, and they're all singing the theme song.
Yes.
That's how I knew that this absolutely had to be something that we did.
And I know that a lot of people are Animaniacs, but Rob Paulson has done... I mean, he's currently Donatello on the incarnation of Ninja Turtles right now. He was Raphael back in the day. He also voiced one of my cartoons I really love, The Mask.
Yes.
And sang the opening theme song. Which, if I can get Rob to sing just like a little bit of that theme song, I'll die. You will see a man face.
I'm not saying what we're actually doing.
Rob Paulson. Somebody with talent.
I'm not saying what we're actually doing with them.
And then I like.
I'm moving on.
Thank you.
But we are going to do a voice recast with those 4 actors.
Wow.
On stage during one of the panels. So also, Claudia Christian from Babylon 5 was going to be at Geekonomicon in Oklahoma City. Broke her foot. Her doctor would not let her fly. So I'm actually on the phone with her in the aftermath of Geekonomicon, and she says, do you have any spots open for Dallas for New Year's Eve? Because I would really love to go. And I said, whatever you want. So Claudia will be there all 4 days.
How cool.
Rekha Sharma and Luciana Caro, both from Battlestar Galactica, will be there.
Yeah.
We're actually this is the last days that we can celebrate Star Trek's 50th anniversary. So we've got cast members from the various incarnations. We have the amazing Nichelle Nichols, who will be there. David Gerald, who was the writer of the episode The Trouble with Tribbles. Ethan Phillips and Robert Picardo from Star Trek Voyager. And Glenn Morshower, who was not only in Transformers as General Morshower. Ridiculous.
Work for you, sir.
He was in Generations and a recurring extra on Star Trek: The Next Generation. So all of those, like it bridges decades with all of them. And then, I'm a Clerks nut.
Yeah, I've never heard this.
I know this comes as a shock to you. I'm glad you're sitting down.
I'm actually surprised you're here. Today was supposed to be your day off.
He's not supposed to be here today.
He's not supposed to be here today.
Brian O'Halloran, Dante, Marilyn Gigliotti, Jason Mewes, and Scott Schiaffo. If you don't know who Scott is, he was the Chuli's gum salesman who incites the cigarette-throwing riot. Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant! So, Scott will be there. And if you want to continue the Kevin Smith connection, Michael Rooker, who was in Mallrats.
That's true.
2 degrees of separation.
And that panel is going to be phenomenal. And also, to continue the Red Bank invasion, Ming Chen and Brian Johnson from Comic Book Men will also be there.
That's dope.
So it's a Red Bank invasion. It's going to be fantastic. So that's just some of the guests that we have. We have over 36 celebrity guests, and topping it all off, Stan the Man Lee celebrating his 94th birthday.
No, okay. No,
Will I finally get my life's dream done? Will I finally? Okay, sorry.
We're still
two girls at one time.
No, not that one.
Two girls in one cup.
Talking to Stan.
Oh,
we're still. I know we're still 2.5 months out, but do you have any of the panels scheduled, like other panels and whatnot scheduled yet?
Well, we don't. We're actually working on that this week, and next week is when we're actually going to try to put the rudimentary panel schedule together. The schedule itself is out there. The hours that the show is open, because not only do we have all the celebrity panels and the vendor room and the artist alley room and all the great Marvel artists like Val Myerick, who was the co-creator of Howard the Duck. He will be there. And there's actually a lot of artists that we're actually trying to get signed this week. So, and that's the one thing I get asked over and over and over again. This is great. These people are great. This is awesome. When are you bringing in more artists and writers? And it's not that we're not trying. It's that I don't announce guests until they're under contract.
Yeah,
it's bad juju.
It is,
so
yeah.
and to anybody who's asking, I apologize. It's my fault because I haven't signed their contract yet. No, it's not really my fault, but I take blame for everything. So we've got the panels, we've got the guests. We also have a 24-hour film race that is going from Thursday through Friday.
Wow.
One of our sponsors, Cosmunity, is a great app that deals with cosplayers and costumers, and they're actually doing their soft launch at Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve. They're sponsoring this film race. So if you are a badge holder for Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve, you can enter the race for free with your crew. If not, it's a $40 entry fee. And we're screening all of the entries on Sunday, January 1st, and handing out the prizes. And it's a $2,500 prize pack for filmmakers. So that's going on. And then every night of the con, Thursday, Friday, and obviously Saturday, New Year's Eve, there's a party each night. On Thursday night, it's live band karaoke with Time Machine, who you've seen all around the Southwest as just a phenomenal act. Friday, the birthday roast of Stan Lee.
What?
So
who's the panel for that?
Everybody. Everybody has said, if you're doing a roast of Stan Lee, we want in.
Excellent.
So that panel is going to be phenomenal. DJ Bentendo will be running around handling all of the community panels, because if you have
nobody likes that guy.
Yeah, I know. I hate him, but I had to give him something.
Charity.
Here's the thing: if you actually have a panel that you want to throw on at Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve, go to marvelousnye.com and submit it, because we want your content. It's not just standing around and waiting in lines and throwing down money and getting an autograph and getting in another line. It's all about the fan experience. We have the community panel rooms that we want to be filled with your content. We have... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to have to suggest
Please.
that Geeky Hoodie, who wants something at this event, he wants an SCNS dance-off. So go ahead and suggest that one in the suggestion box.
Yeah, you can suggest that.
You don't want that. You
That's
really
a
don't.
great suggestion, Geeky Hoodie. I'm so glad about that.
I will serve you bitches.
But then we also have...
No, you won't.
We also have Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve University, which is...
Is it like Trump?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a scam.
You'll actually get your money's worth because it's free with admission. And we have a track for writers that's led by David Gerald, who I mentioned, a multiple Hugo and Nebula Award winner, Rhonda U. Daly, and 3 other authors. Gabrielle Faust will be there. So they're teaching you how to get past your inhibitions, get past your plot points, work through writer's block, get published, do self-publishing, what to avoid, what to do. That's the writer's track. We have an effects track with Heather Henry leading that up. So if you want to be an effects artist or learn how to, like, let's say you're a filmmaker. Let's say you're just starting out in films. You want to do horror films. You want the people who are actually on Face Off doing these things and making these amazing on-screen effects. We have an effects track that Heather Henry and other effects artists are going to be leading.
I wish we had a camera on Rob when you said that, because he just perked up. Horror movie, I want to make one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, this guest list is just...
That's
and
incredible.
Then there's another track for Marvelous NYEU for filmmakers that's being led by Robert Meyer Burnett, one of our panelists. Yeah.
Dude,
Robert Meyer Burnett is the co-director of Free Enterprise. He is behind Star Trek Axanar. You might have heard about that. I think that might have been on the Super Cool Nerd News.
And he's on the podcast Heroes that I listen to.
Yes, he
I love
is.
that show, man.
Yeah. Robert signed on a couple of weeks ago, and he said, whatever you guys want. And I said, we're doing this thing for university. He said, whatever you want to do for that, I'm happy to do it.
Wow.
And Robert's actually also helping to judge the film fest, the 24-hour film race things as well. Wow. So that's Marvelous NYE University. That's all going on along with everything else.
There's a reason why you need 4 days just to do
You really
this.
do. And there's, I mean, between all the parties and, did I mention that there are 4 different parties on New Year's Eve?
No.
Yeah.
Please.
So
tell us more.
We
My
have...
body is not written.
I'm going on over all this. If any of this appeals to you, go to marvelousnye.com and you can actually see a lot of the things that are being fleshed out for this, and just go ahead and get your tickets.
And there will be a link down in the description if you're not watching this live or later on.
Right.
Check out everything that's, because I'm floored by everything that's going on.
We've been working on this for months, and we're still not done. We're still, I mean...
There's still more to...
There's still more to plan.
Now, you've been to, obviously, you're well versed in cons around DFW, and you're a legend, in the fact that you used to do like cosplay competitions and all kinds of other things as well with DJ Bentendo. So
Why'd you have to remind me of that?
How has how's that experience translated over into your own con?
It's really been the driving force behind it, because you see things like, okay, that was awesome. That gets the people really, really hyped. People hate this. You try to avoid that as much as possible. And there's some things you can't avoid. The planning of it has been, we try to keep it as fan-centric as possible. And by that, I mean, we don't want you to feel like you are wasting your time and your energy and your money. And I will say this right now, our ticket prices are on the higher side. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely true. And it's a hotel con. But the reason why they're so high is because we want to have so much in it. We've got the people, we've got the programming. It's not just our programming, like I said. It's the attendees' programming as well. And we've got a great slate of programs that have already been turned in. We've got room for more. We slated 3 rooms. Right now we have a room and a half worth. We want more. We absolutely want more. We will have, Podcast Alley. That's another thing. Through the entire show, we have online media set in a podcast row.
Sweet.
On top of that, and this is where Super Cool Nerd Show comes in, on Thursday, we're doing the same thing that you see at the Super Bowl or at the All-Star Game with Media Row, where we're inviting every single press outlet to be there as everything else is getting set up and all the guests are getting there.
Yeah.
So you're there, you're at your tables, you're either recording or going live. And people or the celeb guests are being brought over to each table.
That's amazing.
In junket style.
That's amazing.
No guarantees on who is actually going to be there as a part of it, but trust me when I tell you, as somebody who's done this before, I understand that online media does the most coverage of these events and gets the shortest shrift.
That's true.
I've been there. I've seen it. So I want to extend this invitation to Super Cool Nerd Show to be a part of our media row.
Well, we have found out that the internet at Sheridan is really fast for what we do. So,
guys, we can't agree to it yet. We haven't had a team meeting yet.
You shut the
We're doing it.
Shut your damn mouth.
I wanted us all to agree at the same time.
At this point, it's a dictatorship. And I rule with an iron dick.
We're doing it.
Oh, my.
Language.
No, everything sounds freaking fantastic.
It does.
But I do have one question. Now, we always used to come out and videotape video the cosplay contest.
What do you even call it these days? I don't even...
we call it whatever.
However, cosplay battle royale.
Okay.
However, there was one thing that I really missed, and that was you and DJ Nintendo doing the cosplay contest. Is there any chance we'll see a return of that? I have to put you on the spot. I know you're going to be busy. I know you're going to be running a damn con. But you know what? When you two were on stage, it was magic. And I know you unlaced the red Converses and everything, but it's a special occasion.
Maybe, one for your birthday.
It's not my birthday. My birthday is in July.
Celebrate
I don't give a shit.
Celebrate Stan's birthday.
Even Goldberg came out of retirement for just one more.
All I will say. All I will say.
We still get a new Trident Award.
All I will say. Don't even get me started on that. Never say never.
Okay. You heard it here first. Exclusive.
I had to put you on the spot. I had to. So
I'm a little curious. I know we're running out of time for the show.
Time is what we say.
I'm curious if anybody in the chat room is interested in a free pair of 4-day general admission passes to Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve.
Well,
you bastards are going to be there.
We're going to be there.
You got to tell us, how do you want them to do it?
Okay, and I know we're dealing with a little bit of delay, so we'll find out who the winner is. So it's the first person in the chat room watching the show live, and by that I mean the YouTube chat room.
Yes.
And answer the following question. When we were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I came up with a merchandising idea for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that wasn't Baby Groot. What was it?
Ooh. All
You
right.
were saying right here.
Okay, guys.
Chris knows because he was saying it with me.
Oh, yes. Chris didn't even know.
If nobody comes up with an answer, then I will have you guys pick somebody in the chat room active at random.
I'm not going to
Rob is
lie.
monitoring the YouTube chat, so
Chris got super excited whenever he said he knew.
There's only one person in our chat room active right now.
I think he already has a ticket, too.
All right, guys. That's an amazing con. We cannot
MarvelousNYE.com. Go get your tickets now.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those amazing. Chris, what do you got?
Actually, we got one question from the chat.
Go.
We're talking about parties on New Year's Eve. Are any of them going to be family friendly?
Yes, we do have a family-friendly party specifically that I can't name. I don't know how to name it, but Bardo Bard Studios, based out of Dallas, is actually doing a family-friendly party with green screen karaoke and music videos all throughout the night. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun for everybody. And the parties on
kids.
all right, so Thursday and Friday the parties are included with your badge. So if you have a day pass for that specific day or the 4-day general admission, you get in. For New Year's Eve, it is $40 for general admission. That gets you into all 3 general admission parties, and then there's a VIP party and a VIP party pass for $75, and that gets you into all 4 parties. Briefcase Blues is a 10-piece Blues Brothers tribute band. They are on the big stage. Yes.
Bruh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. Mike Relm from San Francisco will be on the DJ stage. He will be coming in.
You got Mike Relm?
I've been friends with Mike Relm for about 7 or 8 years.
What the fuck?
I've been trying to bring him in for shindigs for so long. No, that's incorrect. Sorry. So Mike Relm is on the DJ stage along with DJ Capitan Fantastic, and then Bad Karma is rocking out on the VIP stage for the VIP party. And it makes people fall over, it makes panties drop. It's going to be amazing. So those are all the parties. Again, $75 gets you the VIP party pass, where some of the celebrities are going to be hanging out because it's VIP. That's how it works. And then general admission is $40, and that is still $40 for 3 New Year's Eve parties is insane. And it's the biggest New Year's Eve party in Dallas. There is no Big D NYE.
Nope.
There is no big ticket New Year's Eve party. It's happening at the Sheraton Dallas. The 29th of December through January 1st, Marvelous Nerd Year's Eve.
Is there something special going on whenever that countdown starts?
My plan is that we will have a different celebrity guest on each stage counting down to midnight.
That's cool.
So Rooker's on one stage, and Brian O'Halloran is on another stage, and so on and so forth.
Well, I am very happy to be a part of this. I whatever you need us to do. If you need anybody to
I need you to show up and be awesome.
If you need anybody to host a
Need you to show up and be awesome.
I know you got some good volunteers and everything.
That's another thing. If you want to volunteer, also, we are taking applications for volunteers at marvelousnye.com.
Great.
I need to go right
So
there.
marvelousnye.com, guys. Go get your tickets right now. Is there a social media, anything for it right
Everything
now?
is Marvelous NYE.
He is on
So-
Twitter. Go over to Twitter.
Okay.